voice of power.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again. This is Voice of Power. I'm favorite host, Victor Adeyemo, aka Arat. And to be here to me.
Okay. Firstly, I want to say thank you so much for having me here. Voice of Power, right? My name is Adekunle Morenikeji. I'm a 500 student in Nalotech, studying medicine and surgery. And I'm the privileged National President of Pccf'S Fellowship. So I think that's all. And I'm the last one, okay?
Yes. You said you are a medical student. Wow. You look like someone carrying both fire and the medical school stress. I must ask, how are you doing, ma?
Okay, well, about that fire, I'm not sure. But medical still stress, and stress, and stress. But we are fine. Not like the accident, this stress with things, but we will let survivor. So that's what I'm surviving.
Yes. Yeah, I want to ask you one thing. You said you are the president of the PCCF, Bishop Campus Fellowship. I would like to ask, what's that one thing that you think PCCF has inculcated in you? That one thing you can't go away without doing, that you know it is a PCCFP?
Okay, CFP. There is this habit that's been cultivated over time. So anytime I see people, I always call them by their position and then kind of put God bless you with it. So to the extent that my group, anytime I get to the hospital, I will say, God bless Mary, God bless Mary. Just like if I made this any of the executive, maybe the Bible study secretary, the FinSec, I'm saying, God bless National Secretary, God bless the Sister Squad. And then there is this habit of, nowhere I need people, I don't want to maybe hug them or shake hands with them. That's something that over time I've done with in PCCF. So I don't know if that is okay with something that is there.
Okay, we are good with that. For someone who is just hearing about PCCF, Bishop Campus Fellowship, and has not experienced Bishop Campus Fellowship in person, what do you think? What will you tell the person our vision is? What's the mission of PCCF all about?
Okay. Thank you for the question. PCCF, Praise Chapel Campus Fellowship, like you mentioned earlier, is the student arm of House to House Prayer Ministry. So House to House Prayer Ministry is a church of God. Our lay pastor or BH pastor of the church being Reverend Adeyemo. So the Lord gave him a vision to start a church, and then over time there was the burden specifically for the student arm of the church. However, we realized that there's this word Gen Z, and we don't want our children to go out there and be led the wrong way because there are different messages out there. So what to say something that will still make them feel okay, it's still in the vision, but in a different atmosphere, because there's a way that students, when we are within ourselves, we flow free.
Yes.
But there's a way that maybe we kind of feel restricted, the parents being there and her. So basically, the vision of PCCF is to raise men that are spiritually sound, morally decent, and academically excellent students. So we are bringing it together, not slaughtering, being less fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. So making our children in line with this vision, but being in their comfort where it will be easy for them. So I'll say this year. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's great. I can see Dominion mode activated at church. Okay, moving on. When you became the national president, yes, what were there spiritual bodies that God gave to you? And if yes, what's these spiritual bodies? What are they?
Well, actually, should I say that I did not really see myself initially in this position. Because my plan for 2025 is just to, let go every extracurricular responsibilities, because the rest of it was me that I personal. And my goal for 2025 was just to focus more on medicine, have more time to read my grades, become a good doctor. But when it came that, you're supposed to serve every day, and I was like, God, why? Because I knew what responsibility comes with being the head and all. So if there's one burden that I would in my heart, we starting office, we just prayer for PCCFs, because we're at a point where it looked like we're not really showing forth what God had called us today. The remaining lapses, the remaining complaints, we're not there. So many people have a lot of things to say about PCCF, but actually most of it were no positive things. So it was a very big burden for me that I can't remember the past really 6 months, the 7th month of the year. In past 6 months, maybe I have 1 hour to frame for myself like that. Every time is just praying for PCCF. Lord, bring about restoration, His presence and glory coming for us. Those were burdens, and I did that. God is actually answering.
Yes, I can feel Nehemiah and Elijah by his meeting. Jeremiah, his house. Okay, I must say this year, especially 2025 years this year, we've seen God move in various ways over PCCF. I personally have seen various moves. I think we had the student leadership retreats early this year, and also we had our first student hope this year. And the most recent, the prayer conference we had, that was last month. And I must see that, the Lord has really been moving in our midst. But I want to ask a question. I want to ask, is there a moment personally for you, a testimony that you can point out to, that you can say, yeah, God really has His hands on BCCF?
Yes, like you mentioned, God has been so nice and then gracious to us. And then if there's something that God has been doing for us this year, is blessing us in His presence.
Yes.
At Adeyemo meeting. Even in today's service, it was so much powerful for me that I cannot just stop crying. There's talks preparing for the prayer conference we had in Yaskan. His presence in my room was just too much. I feel I shared it for I was looking my head on my door because I was going around, walking around, and it was so powerful. I've had the opportunity to also go to our major chapters instead, even here in Lautech. I think there's one thing I've been experiencing is God's presence, and in His word. That I only call that it's only PCCF Lautech that at there, when we come together, our Bible study, awesome, beautiful time of discussion. My favorite time on service is always Bible meditation. That word is always there. I'm so willing to spread, and I saw the same thing. If you see people come talk about Bible, so it will look like we are arguing, but we are ditching lies from the scripture. So if there's one thing, some of these PCCF is present. Should I talk about how He has been blessing us miraculously? The Financial Secretary can testify to God's provision for us in PCCF at this time. God has been so much gracious to us. And I know that every other member also have been testimony for the other chaser.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the real gist of this podcast. Let's talk about the conference. Okay, and I saw the theme in the days of His power. I was like, okay, what brought that? Because I feel it's very weak. The theme is very weak. And I personally, and one way or the other, I came about your vision statement as regard the theme. And the vision, I must say, it's so deep. So I want to say, what's better the vision and in the days of His power?
Hello question. I will trust that to help me answer correctly. in the day of His power. Okay, actually, when we are going to start the thing, when we're praying, we're trusting God for it, and I'm supposed to work with as the fellowship. The one thing that was coming strong to me personally, and then confirmation from other members of the executive, was the need for rebuilding, broken walls, consecration. That's if maybe people left those acts of the ancients. Maybe we are no longer giving ourselves to prayers like we need to. We're not giving ourselves to fasting, commitment to God genuinely. No, those walls and invoke them. So the Lord is trusting us to, come together and repair those walls. Further in our prayer, let us understand that this can live in my power. We cannot do this by strength. Beyond what you're fasting with you and every other thing, there's a way that my hour will occasion all that you're asking for. And, the Bible says, in the days of this hour, His people will be willing. So we coming together as willing people, wanting a change in our fellowship, in our life, even in Ogbomoso and in Nigeria as a whole. So hence, we say, Lord, it has to be by your hour. In your pool, we are coming here. There's this Yoruba word that's Achakuti Jesu. So we're going to stay with Jesus till years. Till it costs us, we're just saying for restoration. He said He's going to restore the earth that the canker worms, the locust worms that they've eaten. So if you're out there and maybe you're going through a situation and you're pressing God for restoration, the Lord is saying that this conference, it's not just only for PCCF, but for every participant. And this only will be possible by His power. Zechariah says, not by might, and by power, or by the Spirit of the Lord. So I just like His Spirit to come upon us and He empowers. Hence the basis.
Okay, I would say for first timers, those that have never experienced the National Student Conference being organized by PCCF before, I know you are not someone that sugarcoats and is sure. I want us to be sincere. What should they expect as a first time? Now I'm feeling sorry for the very first time, yes, and was half something I'm related to something I'm expecting. So, what should they expect from NSCG?
What I will say to anyone out there, a National Student Conference in 2025, if you are someone that you've never experienced what it means to be under God's presence. If to you, people always say that, I feel God's presence in my room, you've never experienced it. National Student Conference, like His presence with the soul powerful. We'll hold the overwhelmed, we'll be drunk. And those are the things that the Lord has promised us. So I'm not saying what will come. You don't know what it means. They say, God is here. You will know. It will not be like the story of Jacob that God was here and means. By the time you see things happen around you, you're saying that this can only be God. Because there are things that happen when God is there. So you've never experienced things that happen when God's with the people. His consequences for you. And I feel that's the best thing anyone can ask for. You get to meet new people. If you are someone that loves to network, new relationship, we will have people that will come from all over Nigeria. We're trusting Jesus. This conference is powerful. I don't want to start saying things that you will enjoy. But if there's one now too.
Okay. I can say I myself like confirm my yes. Yes. Okay. Moving on. I would say there are some people, yes, I know definitely there are still some people out there that are still doubting, should I go, should I not go? What do you have to say today?
Well, I don't know how to compare you again. After all this is the same person, but
I tell you, this conference, it will be different. But local organizing committee, they are doing everything possible to make every participant of that conference comfortable. Your accommodation sorted, your feeding sorted. The choristers are ready for you. Like, they've been giving it to us, like, They sing again. Oh, but like, yeah, there's a way that they say, whom in praise will inhabit the praise of his people. So God has been doing that for what he ate me. Just 2 minutes into worship and praise, and then everybody worship. Yeah, so I tell you, this conference, there is more. So if the food is there, you meet with people, you make friends. We want to take pictures, good place for you to take pictures. Whatever it is that you want, we are trusting the Lord that you will have it in this conference. Parallel session with seasoned speakers, people that, will happy to tell us about academics excellence, purity, lifestyle, so many powerful things. And then this one will lot of them and say things they are not experiencing. What has worked for them in time past? So you don't want to miss this conference. You don't.
I don't know what else to say to you. You are still doubting attendance after this. Okay, moving on. I know you've organized quite a number of programs. You've organized quite a number of programs. And you have attended quite a number of PCCF conferences over the years. I want to ask, why do you think, you said that this is going to be different rather. Why do you think this will be different?
I think I've mentioned it in my previous conversation with the host. And I'll say make them pass on that heart of God's presence. Am I saying that God has not been there for us in our previous conference? He had. He had testimonies from the conference. But this year, it will be different. Passing from the opening prayer, it's only if you had not prepared yourselves
To receive.
Our drama group, they are ready for us. You need to see their scripts. Power, it's loaded. The fact I think the title is Beyond the Fence. Are you not wondering that, what are we doing beyond the fence? Like, when they came now was the title for the yarn, it's not like, okay. It's very amazing. There will be worship session that will take you beyond this realm. And it's not going to take you to the realm of the devil, it's got straight up to hell.
Like I'm thinking of our same day.
Same day. The angels, we will see them calls.
And the parallel session will divide ourselves into different groups. 3 topics will be dealt with. I think I mentioned the other kind. How important God take academic excellence for, or we as the person that will be speaking to us, the one to be the student of ourselves. Oh. So she's the one that will be talking about us. So for you to know that person coming is from experience, they'll be speaking to us. Just like the way the water and the Bible, their spirit and their life. So as the person is speaking to us, the life is being the same mission. As it depends on how we talking about the lifestyle of purity. Skill up. We don't want our brothers being engulfed in Yahoo anymore. Or our sisters trying to would tell you things that she would do that will give you legit money. Soft skills that you can learn. And hard skills also. We would give you ideas on things that you can do. Even as students, that will not affect your academics in any way. So this conference is to help both your spirit, soul, and body. So I'm telling you, don't miss it.
I must say, this is a lot of package in 3 days, a lot of package. And I don't know if you don't attend where you can get this thing for free. I don't know where else you want to get it.
Amazing, it's so free. Like, there's no money at.
Okay, let's move on. I call it Students' Conference. Okay. And I want to ask, who are we expecting? Before you answer the question, because a lot of people might feel like, they call this Student Conference. They say they are expecting students. And I'm not a student, probably I have not gained admission to the university. Probably I graduated from the university, or probably due to one reason or the other, I couldn't go to school. Does that mean I'm not qualified to attend?
Okay. If I would need answer to that, just like believe that we all, no matter how much you do, you're still like a child to your parents.
Yes.
So just the way that one day you are trusting God that our host to become a father, or even in being a father to his own children, so like a son to spirits.
Yes.
So I'll say, maybe you're here and you think you're a student of the spirit, the school of the spirit. This is where you matter your age. And if maybe you're an undergraduate, if you're a graduate student in your master's, or should I just say, this conference is for every child of God out there. It's just we trying to give it a name. That's why we say student conference. But I tell you, it's not limited to or confines of, the student, so to say. Youth, teenagers, adults, children, come on. So far you're hungry for God, more fire. We want to know God better. Come, this conference is for you. No matter your age, no matter your level of education, Jesus is waiting for you. This conference is for you. I'll say, if you're a student of the School of the Spirit, or if you're someone that you've been hearing about Jesus, you're not giving your life to Christ, and you just want to, learn more about Jesus, this conference is for you. This conference is for you. It's not limited to just Christians, mostly traditionalists. Come, you want to know more about God. You are wondering that, okay, some people believe that there is no God. You want to make there is God. Come for this conference. This conference is for you.
You want to know if there is God. Oh, I'm speaking of hunger. I already mentioned hunger that kind. Speaking of hunger, when I saw the program and I saw the campaign parts. Right? Okay. Campy. And someone like me, I'm not really that buoyant financially. So I don't have a lot of money to start booking hotel or a place to rest my head or looking for food to order food throughout the program. And I heard you mention something about accommodation and the food. Probably, and I know get it. Like, is there a plan in place for people's accommodation? Because I know there are many people out there like me that are not financially as buoyant as.
Just like I said, that there is a committee in place that are planning for this conference, and a part of the committee is you may have a head for the accommodation units. There is a head for the welfare units. So I tell you, these people are putting every hands in place. I've gone for conferences that I get it going slowly because the food part, like you mentioned, I used to say something to people that, nothing critical. No, you hear some people and say that they make them one and then sleep and then sometimes, yes, there's a way that cast and drive you to pray, and you will not even feel like you're not kitchen. But I tell you, there are days whereby you still have to give the body what it wants. Yes, so that it will allow your spirit to do what it has to do. So we understand the needs of the people at this time, and then we are doing everything possible to make where you will stay comfort. You're coming to a conference now. We don't expect you to sleep much, but we are saying that few hours that you're going to read, the Lord delivered in the Lord's sleep.
Yes.
You will rest. You will be comfortable. We can tell you that. It's what we also want for ourselves. Because I want you to come the next time. So if I bring you now and you are not comfortable, you don't want to come to our conference next time. So I think, just come. You'll be amazed at what God will do for us. So spiritually, you're taken care of. Your body is taken care of. You get a place to sleep. You get food to eat at the appropriate time. Everything is up. Just come. Come on.
Oh my God. I must not miss this.
You can't miss life.
I must.
Sometime.
Okay. I don't know. It might be a rumor and it might not be true. It might be true. It might be a rumor. There's going to be a period of quiz competition and recitation where Bible scholars will be likely dividing the words of truth.
Yeah.
And I mean, where Bible students are given opportunity to express their knowledge of the scriptures. And like I said, your room over. Can you confirm it, or is it just a room?
Okay. So I guess that rumor is a true rumor. We tackled a student conference. So we will not have express what it means
without a moment of testing that knowledge, whether you're a student or not. Remember we said the other time, PCCF is trying to raise men that are spiritually sound, academic excellent, and they're morally inclined. So now when we don't just read our Bible, we know our stuff. We resist them or use the medicals, move the stuff. So we want our children, even people outside, if you have your Bible stuff, come for this conference. Register for the kids. Let's see what you know. Let's see whether you know your Bible the way you play with it. So definitely, yes, there is a quiz competition and there's a Bible dedication in the conference.
And we see my next question might sound somehow funny, but I still must ask. I want to ask, okay, is there going to be an award or gift presented to every owner and every participant? Because for someone like me, you to actually, I guess, things like that might ginger other Bible students as well to express their knowledge. Is there an award or a form of gift and presentation that will be given to everyone?
Yeah, it's definitely because you've done something here, so we need to encourage. So there will be prizes for people that are coming up, the first position, and then every other, I think up to the second runner-up. Yes. So there will be gifts for those people, and what the gifts will be, I'm not going to say here. Just come and see for yourself.
Mystery box.
See the mystery box. Basically, it's something worth it. So when you come, you participate in this Bible quiz, and you do well, we should reward people. Come on, so there's a little package for everyone that do well during this plan.
I guess the Bible students out there getting gingered to get involved already. Okay, moving on. I would like to say we mentioned spiritual fire, presence of God, the drama ministers giving us power, the choir giving us powerful worship, as making us ascend those days. Yeah, I want to say, apart from all these spiritual perks that we've talked about, the Bible quiz and others, are there any other benefits of for attainers? I don't know. Yes, apart from being physical, spiritual, definitely we've been told, and we're already seeing the presence of God in PCCF, so we are sure that we'll feel the presence of God. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But apart from the spiritual presence, are there other benefits that you can point out as the president and one of the organizers of this program, that if you attend this program, definitely you are enjoying these benefits?
So, I think even boil down to the spiritual benefits you're able to enjoy, it's still based on your own disposition, your atmosphere to this conference. So same thing to maybe other benefits that will come. I mentioned something the other time that if you're someone that loves to meet with new people, love networking, so this conference week will invite a class of months, something like that. Because I think if you imagine that I travel down from Ogbomoso to a conference in Abuja, and I never take the initiative to maybe the best I was decided just to know the person's name. I read tells me that some people that someone get a job in the place that is working currently, they met from a conference. And that because they, interact with the person, maybe from there, like, okay, this person is sounding myself, okay, can we be friends? They got their contacts and, continue to develop the relationship. I just mentioned that, okay, you just finish school and then you need a job. It's like, I know somebody somewhere, and boom, that's it. And if you are there, you're single, and then, definitely you have to marry within the shoulder. So I tell you, we have these two sisters, and I'm from Rhoda. What the speaker? So our dad did it. So if you are testing work or like, definitely you should meet them among the phone. So you never can talk and do it. You meet your future wife and husband in the conference. So you the that add up.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole lot of benefits. And I would like to say it again, and I'll keep saying it. Yeah. It will be your own loss. That's your own loss if you miss this. Because they're in the presence of God, they're in networking, they're in other physical benefits, meeting people that can help people in life.
Yes.
I don't know what other convincing statements you need. But okay, I want to move on, and this be the last aspects of why we are here today. I call it the fire round. No, it's not really a tense something like that. But I only target the fire round where I'll ask the question and we'll answer in only a phrase or a word. Okay, so that'll be my last few questions. I'll say one phrase. It was a phrase to define PCCF now. One word for NSC 25. And the Bible verse for the city.
Those that mean their God shall be strong, and they shall do expect.
What should people come ready for?
Come ready to read God's call to be blessed, call to get more direction in life. It is no purpose in come short, but to be directed to all purpose. Just one word, right?
Oh. And that will be that for today. And because I want us to call you for something like this, you'll be ready to answer. So before we close finally, I want you to give us a closing statement.
Okay. I want to say thank you for watching Cups the Stand, and we love you so much. For saying this year it's a family of love, and I tell you that even if you come, you've not maybe had any interaction with PCCF at all or house their ministry before none. We are saying that you'll be loved. That atmosphere of love is always there. You meet people, you learn, change the chat forms. There are a lot of things. I can, yes, she's conference on come and
My God. You read it yourself. PCCF is a movement, not just another random fellowship out there. And National Students Conference 2025 is going to be an encounter. And July 25th to 27th at our House Prayer Ministries headquarter, Adeyemo. And I want to tell you, don't be one of those people that will end up scrolling through testimonies after the program. Yes, the registration link will be dropped together with the video, and register now. Immediately. Don't postpone it. Register now. You come hungry and you will be empowered. Don't worry, I'm Victor, like your right host. Yeah, power is now. See you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Voice of Power.
In a time when many are tired, when campuses grow cold and destiny seems higher, God is moving.
This is not a suggestion. This is not a conference as usual. This is the day of his power. When the altar is born again, when the weak are made strong, when students rise not with excuses but with fire. National Soldier Conference 2025, a divine encounter, a mountain of prayer, and a season of restoration. The days of waiting are over. The days of his power are here. Will you be willing? Date, July 25th to 27th, 2025. Join me, Ministries headquarter, Adeyemo, Ogbomoso. In the days of his power, doing his power, doing his purpose. Be there.